Hey friends, and welcome to the Lopsided Crafter, where we embrace all things a little wonky, especially our yarn tension. If you've ever looked at Tunisian crochet and thought, what kind of hocus pocus is this? Don't worry, you're not alone, and in fact, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're diving into Tunisian crochet for the absolute beginners. No experience needed, no stress, just yarn, hooks, and a fresh start. Tunisian crochet is like a magical mashup between crochet and knitting. You use a longer hook, kind of like a knitting needle with commitment issues, and you work stitches in the forward pass and the return pass. The texture is dreamy, the fabric is squishy, and the technique is super addictive once you get the hang of it. So what do you need to get started? Of course, yarn. Start with something smooth and a medium weight, nothing fancy or fuzzy or anything like that. I also suggest using a cotton so that when you work your beginning swatches, you can turn them into coasters or a dishcloth. You're going to need a Tunisian crochet hook, at least 6 inches long. Don't worry about cables yet. This is a beginner series and we're not going to get into that. A stitch marker. Now, this is optional, but highly suggested, especially for the beginners to get into those end stitches. Let's walk through the absolute basics. You can start Tunisian with a long tail cast on, and I do have a full video tutorial for that if you want to take a deep dive. But for today, let's chain a few and work into the back bumps. Start with a slip knot. And we're going to chain, I recommend at least 15 to 20 stitches so that you can get the hang of what you are doing. So we're just going to create our chain here. You want to try to make your chain a little loose, not like crazy loose, but a little loose because you want your tension to be even throughout your project or your swatch. So let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Like I said, we are going to work through the back bumps. Now, this is considered your beginning forward pass. And I say beginning because you do not have a your Tunisian stitches already established. So you're going to turn your chain over and you're going to look for these back bumps. And that's what we're going to go into. You're going to put your hook through that back bump. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. And you're going to do that all the way across until you have picked up a live stitch through every bump on your chain. You know you've done it right if you have the same amount of loops on your hook as you did chains. So we chained 15, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15. So now we're going to do our traditional return pass. And this is the return pass that is used for basically all Tunisian, unless you are doing some textured stitch or some kind of other stitch pattern that requires you to do something different on the return pass. And the designer will tell you what return pass that they intend for you to use on their projects. But for your traditional return pass, you yarn over and pull through one loop. Now this creates your edge stitch. So if you turn the hook sideways, you can see you have a bar here and you have a bar here. Put that stitch marker in those two stitches so that you know where your edge stitch is when you come back on the next forward pass. So after you have yarned over and pulled through one, you simply yarn over and pull through two, all the way across until you have one loop left on your hook. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, all the way across. And that's it. Tunisian basically is you load your stitches on the forward pass and you unload them on the return pass. And repeat, repeat, repeat. And that is the magic and the hocus pocus behind Tunisian crochet. So, a few common beginner tips for Tunisian crochet. Your fabric will curl, and that is normal. That is not you. It's just physics of the stitch, especially when you are working, say, the Tunisian simple stitch, which is what this stitch is. Because we do not turn in Tunisian crochet, meaning we don't work on the right side and the wrong side, all of the stitches being worked on this side kind of pull forward. And when they do that, the swatch wants to curl. It is completely normal. There are stitches that do not curl, and we will be going over those in future videos. But just know that if your swatch curls, it's not you. You may have to steam block your project or completely wet soak your project, block your project. Completely normal. Your tension will be weird at first. That's also normal. You're learning something new. So don't fret, don't get upset and, throw things across the room. It's completely normal and it will get easier, I promise. Don't rush. The rhythm will come in time. So now that you've dipped your toes in, where do you go from here? Learn the Tunisian simple stitch. It's the foundation for almost everything. Practice a small swatch, even just 10 stitches across, and keep showing up one loop at a time. I've got a whole series of beginner-friendly Tunisian videos coming up. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a stitch. The next video will be our Tunisian simple stitch. Remember, you don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to start. So grab that yarn, embrace the curls, and let's make something wonderfully lopsided together. I'm Erica, and this is the Lopsided Crafter, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.